eat you alive. That ain't gonna happen again. Gotta find the groove, that's it. Yep. Oh, yep. 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 Come on. Lid off. Come on. Rock and roll. Come on. Belly up. Belly up. Lock the legs. Lock the legs. Yep. Let's go, baby. Belly up. Tuck. Yep. There we go. Get these out. Good tunes. I'm gonna stop there. That's not bad. That was 367 at lockout. So you look at the bar weight. Pull up the bar weights to 357, and the bands are sometimes they're 110, sometimes they're 120 at lockout. So I'm calling them 110. Never had them weigh less than 110. They weighed 130 a couple of weeks ago. I have no idea what's making these bands vary so much, but they've never been less than 110. So that's what I'm calling them at. 367 without the weight releasers. Sadly, I believe I'm pretty sure I missed. Maybe I got 365 while I was in the States. Either way, I don't think I've successfully pressed more than that. I may have with bands and straight weight. I don't know. But that was solid. I've had a rough couple of weeks, especially on all my pressing. Body weight's down. I'm working on that. I've eaten really well yesterday and today. Shirt just slipped right on. I don't think that picked up very well in the video. So I can definitely tell I'm definitely down about 10 pounds. So got to start getting fat again. With everything though, that puts me, it was 455, 65, 75, 77, 487 is what I unracked. It would be really good to come in next week, and it would be nice to take to unrack 500 pounds. I've struggled with unracking 500 pounds on my own here. I don't think I've ever actually done it. So just getting a good unrack, and then let it ride. But we'll take a couple minutes, rest, recover, set up on the incline, and bust out some incline presses. PR in me today. Oh. All right, guys, that was Friday's training session. I didn't do amazing. I really didn't, but all things considered, that wasn't bad. And I reiterated this I've said this so many times over the last many years, and I probably should tell this to my clients more often. I have a client that thinks they're not making progress, or on the other side, a client thinks he's always making progress. But when you're looking at my programming or your programming, if I'm giving it to you, I try to find a million different ways that you can show progress. So, and progress is fun, and fun leads to progress. I think it is a big circle. So what I try to do is come in today and set myself up as best as I can with my training plan to have a day where there's some kind of progress somewhere. There's something that gets me excited, something that allows me to lift more weights, a little bit different. I revisit something that I haven't revisited in a couple of years. And there are a million variations of every little. I mean, you look at the bench today, speed bench with, a very low percent, no wrist straps, whatever you want to call that. 110 pounds of bands. Standard is 90 pounds for me is what I use. 88, 90 pounds. But I don't have those bands. 9 sets of 3. I worked on my weaker grips, which are a little bit wider. Those are the grips where I have to remember to use my lats. Put the shirt on, kept the bands, increased the weight, added weight releasers, found a way to unrack more weight than I've unracked in months, and made a successful lift. And it's not an all-time personal record best lift. Dude, I'm 42 and I got stuff going on, and a mortgage, and and 2 kids, and all the stuff going on that you have going on right now. And I found a way to make something work. I found a thrill, and I found some kind of progress somewhere. And then I go over to inclines. I'm looking at my board over here where I've got my notes on what my incline standards are. And a couple of months ago I was doing 135 for sets of 6. And then I moved up to 8s, and then 10s, 12s. I think last week I did 13s or 14s. I decided right off the bat, at least I think I did 5s. I kept all of my numbers, the weights on the bar, the same, and went down my list, but stuck with 5s until I got to the weight that I normally do 4s with if I'm doing just all 4s on that day. And I did 5 with that, and it was solid. And then I kept my weights after that I would normally use for 3, 2, and 1, and I did closer grip singles on all of those. Finished up with 247. The best I've done in like a year and a half is 250. So I moved 247 really solid. I almost put 251 on there before I unracked it, but that's not the smart thing to do. The smart thing is to get a weight, to know that I could have done more, be safe this week, eat well, therapeuticize, train solid, come back next week with a whole new week of fresh attitude in my mind, and then do something very similar in the lead-ups. Maybe I'll do 4s, maybe I'll do 6s, and then knock out a 251, 252, 253, and just continue making progress on that for a while until I have to go back to doing the reps. Hope that makes some sense. Anyway, guys, it is moving. It is late. Police and National Guard will be coming out any second, so I've got to get in the car and get home. I would probably be legitly fine because I literally went from home to car alone. Here, doors closed. I'm alone, no contact with anybody. Put my face mask on, get back in the car, drive to my house alone, and get back inside of my property where my family is. So I've had no contact with anybody. So I should be legitly fine, but I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm getting out of here, guys. Hope to see you Sunday.